Okay, and we're back. So, still in the middle of trying to finish up this last puzzle, so to speak, because it just, all the things we need to get, it pretty specific. So I just need the vault and the coat check at the same time. I think we can get that today. Let's see if I can get the tool shed. I don't really need a lot of items, it's helpful. For other things, make sure that the day lasts as long as possible. I have a ton of keys and gems. 5 keys. Did not realize I had that many tomorrow rooms. Let's hit this. The watering can is fine, I guess. The metal detector is better because it'll help me find coins and keys, though. Since I started with 5 keys, I am not super worried about those. Yeah, another aspect of late game blueprints, aside from the fact that puzzles are now, pretty precise and just take forever to get done, is the initial conceit of the game where you have to figure out how to set up your house to get where you want to go. That's pretty much done. We can pretty much always go where we need to go. It's just finding the particular room. You know what? Why not? The gallery's going here. Supposedly a rare room. I've seen it 3 days in a row. But it means if I don't find the coat check, that's fine too. Just need to find the vault. Let's see. Commissary would help me get what? I don't know. It might help me get something. Running shoes is good. Set of gems. Sledgehammer's good. It's a ridiculous number of gems. Like, I'll never go through this many. Let's see what I get here. And we'll put the den there. Let's see what the other side of the house is going to get for me. Oh, there's more in this room? Oh, I see. See what's on this side. Dining room's not great there. Rumpus room. Sure. Don't particularly care about Monsieur Alzara anymore. Move your room and off. This is a strange, setup for the start of the run here. There's something close to me. Oh, there's a key on the floor. Keys really blend in around here. Security's good. Alright, so what can I do to basically guarantee a vault? Well, none of this is great. Just throw the laboratory in. No to the archives. No to any of this. I don't like any of these rooms. This is bad for what I'm trying to do, because I need a particular room, so I need to know what I'm drawing. Alright, let's throw this in here. This room. It's not actually that important to have the conference room. I can already get to this room. This entrance doesn't mean anything. And this exit won't mean anything because I can get there from here. So let's put the attic here. Like I need any more items. What would help me find the vault is dice, honestly. Ways to re-roll rooms. So the study actually is the best because I have so many gems. What's in here? Another. Yeah, with the amount of gems I have. A study would be really helpful. Of course, I'd have to put it in a spot that doesn't tank the run. Drawing room's good. I can only hope the vault is, in fact, in my draft pool, because who knows how this game functions with that. Honestly, making a puzzle rely on a room that is, first of all, rare, and then can disappear from your draft pool if you've used it recently is kind of cruel. So I start with -1, I guess. Multiply by 10 makes -10. We're going to add 11 and then square it, so we're still going to just have 1. Start with 10. I'm going to subtract 4, so that gives us down to 6, which we're going to square to 36 and then round to 40. Divided by 10 is going to be 4. And over here, we're just going to ignore these and just add 2, and then square it to 4. That's that. Silver key is not the most helpful because a vault is not a room with a large amount. Although a silver key here would be good. Ah, there's the study. We're going to put it here. It just means that I hope the vault is here today. It'd actually be really great if the vault is in my draft pool, because today's the day I have so many items to work with. Let's try another round of that. None of this is particularly interesting. There's key 8. I still have it in there. Let's just throw the boiler room. Why not? I can't go left from here, though. It's blocked off. Music room. Just for the keys. Is it going to be prism key, though? Yeah, that's not what I want. I don't know what other kind of key would be good there, because I have already silver and secret garden keys. I'm not totally sure. And key cards, so what other special key is going to show up there? This is where the secret garden goes? I don't need a secret garden, though. Do I? Whatever. I'll do it. It's another gem from the watering can. Conference room after the secret garden is a mistake, but that's okay. I just need a lot of space. Wine cellar, no. Let's redraw. Library, that'll get me into the foundation. Get me started on something good. Dining room here is okay, but not great. Let's put aquarium. Gives me another gem. Let's take observatory. I think we get up to 100 stars. We get to see what this does now. 101 stars. Add a word to spiral of stars, then that's all. All right then. Nope, that's not what I want. It doesn't fit there anyway. There we go. Could really use a vault. Not totally sure what I gotta do to get it here. It could also just not be in today, but then at this point, what does it take to get it into the draft pool? This is quite annoying, because I have to do just a ton of days, because it's not a rare room. So the fact that it's not showing up at all suggests to me that it... How many libraries do I have? Why do I have 2 libraries? The fact that it's not showing up suggests it's just not in the draft pool at all. Because what the heck? Oh, because you always draw it out of the reading nook, because that's where I am. I don't want... Oh, whatever. I just need a room. Because it's not a rare room. Where is it? Again, there. It's standard. It should show up. So the fact that it isn't showing up means it's not in the draft pool. But it's been days, and I haven't seen it. That is very annoying, because it's a room that's required for multiple puzzles. I don't know if there's locations that are more likely to see the vaults either, because I haven't been able to detect that kind of stuff. Enough redraws, and it should show up. There it is. Okay. So yeah, this is the part of the game where you kind of have to do a little bit of sleuthing on your own, because I mentioned before, we know we have to get into 53 because that's the family, the numeral family core. Okay, let's get that out. Stop the beeping. But we have to figure out that it's key 8 that's going to do it, because 8 is 5 plus 3. That's how we get to this puzzle. More allowance, which we don't need, because we're not spending any more money really on big things. 73 is more than enough. So we got another letter in here. My obsession with ciphers was renewed after my brother died, for among his journals I found a curious square, a grid of words written in a hand I immediately recognized, my mother's. Accompanying this discovery were numerous pages containing traces of my brother's fruitless attempts over the years to decipher this grid. It was a bittersweet find. The excitement I felt was tempered by memories of the unique bond my mother and brother had always shared. I was the child with an interest in puzzles and wordplay, yet it was Simon to whom she bequeathed this cryptic gift. With all respect to my late brother, it became clear after spending time poring over his notes that he was not very suited to this challenge. Occasionally he stumbled upon some promising ideas, but none of them were thoroughly pursued. Where I will give him credit, however, is in the extensive research he conducted, combing through a career's worth of our mother's notes and correspondence. This search culminated in the discovery of a letter my mother had written a local professor, requesting additional material for use in the creation of a cryptograph. This meager clue was, according to his survey, the only shred of evidence in her belongings that mentioned this project. As for me, I am ashamed to admit that despite all my boasting, I have nothing to show for nearly 3 decades of effort. I am no closer to solving this than I was in those early months of daily obsession, and with each passing year I fear my chances of reaching a satisfying conclusion to this adventure grow ever slimmer. Some might say this outcome is quite fitting, poetic justice for tormenting my readers for so many years with seemingly impossible bafflers. While I can certainly relate to their frustrations, I wonder if we really need to obtain answers to all of life's questions. Must we always quench our thirst for knowledge? At my age, I often find myself looking back at the long path behind me, and I think I am content to leave a few stones unturned. A life without some mystery is a life without imagination. So I will lay down this burden and leave this stone and the winding path of intrigue it precedes for future generations to explore. So I'm going to go back to this for a second. Poetic justice for tormenting my readers for so many years with seemingly impossible bafflers. Herbert was a puzzle setter for a either magazine or newspaper, whatever. He set puzzles, and you can see one of those puzzles in game. It is very, very difficult to find. It's not, well, it's possible to set yourself up to see it. I don't know. I don't think we'll ever see it. I don't care enough for it because the puzzle does nothing. It's just a puzzle that's there you can do on your own time. You can look up Baron Bafflers on your own time if you want to see the puzzle. The way to find the puzzle is it's in the bedroom. There's the hand statue pointing down at the floor. We've just kind of glossed over it now. We saw it like maybe on day 1, but we've really been glossing over it because it's just pointing at the floor. You can dig at that spot on the floor, but you can only dig there if that room has treasure in it, and the room only has treasure if you get a treasure map that corresponds to that room, which sounds impossible to set up because you need ridiculous luck. So what most people do is they get a treasure map, they notice that it goes to a room which doesn't exist yet, and then they try to draft the bedroom on that spot in order to dig there. But again, you just get a little puzzler that doesn't do anything in game, like it's just there, you don't solve anything, it doesn't lead to any other puzzles. It's just there. But this is in reference to the stuff he does, and you get to see one of the puzzles in game. He's also talking about how his mother left behind this puzzle that he's never solved. I have a hard time believing he never solved it for a couple of reasons. So let's look at the puzzle. It's this. I've been dreading this puzzle for a bit. I know the answer to it, but I've been dreading it simply because I don't know how to represent the solution without just telling it to you. Like, I'm trying to, in this playthrough, not just do that, oh, well, here's the answer, just trust me on things. Like, I'm trying to show you how to get to it in ways that don't require prior knowledge. But I'm also not really doing a lot of video editing here. Part of it's just sheer laziness. It just takes so long if I wanted to, like, fill the video with a bunch of stuff. I'm not, Aliens Rock. I can't do that. So, I'm sure that if and when Aliens Rock has the video where he gets to this puzzle, he's going to have a bunch of stuff on screen showing what to do. I will not. I will just explain this to you. So you see a bunch of words. There's 25 of them, and they seem to have no relation to each other. But this is giving us another set of words, is what this is going to do. So here is the logic for solving it. The first thing you should notice is that every single word has exactly 4 letters. That is going to come into play. And the reason why I don't think it's plausible that Herbert never solved this, is that he required us to solve a puzzle like this in order to open this vault. To open this vault, we had to know that 53 was the answer to the family numeric core, which means we need to know how to do numeric core puzzles. Numeric core puzzles are involved by taking a larger number, breaking it down into 4 parts, and then performing a mathematical sequence on them. All of these have exactly 4 parts. So we're going to do the same thing to these. There is no indication in game that that's what you're supposed to do. You're just supposed to think, well, there's 4 letters. What if I transliterated them as numbers and then performed the sequence on them? And I don't have the paper I drew on anymore where I wrote down the answer to this. It is rather tedious, more tedious even than watching a Let's Player who just explains solutions to you while staring at a page. So, you'd get the number 16 from here, the number 9 from there, the number 7 from there, the number 19 from here. And this, when you perform the numeric core puzzle on it, the smallest number you should get, I believe, is 19. I don't think you can get a smaller number from that, so you end up with S, right? So that is what we're going to get. We're going to get a sequence here. And again, I just don't know how to represent me doing this puzzle. The only real way to do it is to do what I just did with the word pigs. And that is so unbelievably tedious. I don't want to do that. I just know this provides us with the letter S. This one, for instance, would be 19, 1, 14, and 4, which is, I forget what this, I think this one is going to be 20 is the smallest number we can get. 19, 1, 14, and 4. If I add 1, divide by 1, minus, yes, start at 19, divide by 1, 19, minus 14 is 5, times 4 is 20. That's what you get. So you have ST. You get the idea. So this is your opportunity if you think, I want to solve this myself, but I don't want to actually play the game. I just want to solve it right here watching this wonderful video. You can pause it and do what I just did. Get the alphanumeric equivalent for this, for the numbers, get all 25 of them, figure out what makes the smallest number, and then spell out the solution. So you can pause it and do that and come back. Okay, if you decided not to do that because, I don't know, you have better things to do with your life, here's what we get. We get ST. In fact, we get 5 5-letter words. This one presents the word still. This one should be water. I think this is blank paper. I forget what the word was. It fills, still water, fills blank pages, fills blank something like that. Again, I didn't save the. I literally drew this one out by hand when I first played. But I tend to, once I finish a game, I tend to throw out the notes because why would I keep those? So I just remember that it said still water and then something about blank pages. And that's all we're going to go with. Because that might not immediately mean anything to you either. Still water does something about blank. Okay. We've seen some blank pages in the game. For instance, in the library, there are a couple of blank books. But still water, that's the question. What is still water? Well, glad you asked that. Because it's not talking like still as a description of how the water behaves. Like still water, like, oh, the water's not moving. There is a still in the game, a distillery. We saw it earlier in the trading post. The trading post has a distillery. In that distillery, you can see water, which you can fill up your watering can with. I happen to have a watering can today. That works out really well. Maybe I'll make a coat check. In fact, if I do make a coat check, that'll be great. Because then I don't need key 8 anymore. I'll put the watering can in there and then wait until I get a day when we get the trading post. We'll go out to the trading post. Then we'll get the coat check, grab the watering can, go out to the distillery, and then fill the watering can with still water. And we can use that still water on the blank pages to see other things. That is how that puzzle goes. And if you think, wow, I just spoiled that, I just stood there and explained it instead of showing you, I don't know how to show you how to do that puzzle because it's all done on like pen and paper outside the game. You just have to do that. So I don't even need this anymore. Let's use key 8. Oh, it goes the wrong way, though. I was thinking it would get me out. Oh, whatever. That's not where it is. Yeah, it's in that one. I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't need allowance. I'm just doing reflexively solving puzzles because they're in front of me. This one is that. I think I'm getting this all right. It's too bad there's no way for this puzzle to sort of have multiple solutions, so it's the same one every time. But on the other hand, it is a rare room. It's unlikely you'll get to this room anyway, so it's not like it's too broken. Although, I suppose if you are struggling to, say, buy the blue tents, you could just keep on getting room 8 and stuff. Good. That's the coat check. We got exactly what we need. We're now retrieving key 8 because we don't need it. We're going to check the watering can. So now we're basically done with the day. There's really nothing else to do. I've got all these extra materials I don't need. I could try to draw things to keep... I really can't keep the gems because the freezer was used yesterday and the freezer can't be used 2 days in a row unless you use the Blessing of the Monk, which we're not using here. So what we're going to do is we are going to maybe go for a clock tower if I can. Because the thing about the clock tower is that I'll keep keys for the day. I mean, it's not immediately likely that I'll get the clock tower, but if I do, I don't have to worry about keys tomorrow. And the only reason I need keys is I do need to get the coat check, so I will have to dig for the coat check. Now, to get the trading post, there's 2 methods I can use. Method 1 is I set the banner of the king to yellow, and then I go to the outer room, and it's very likely I get the trading post. The other method is that I dig through the house for a room that has dice in it. So boudoir and Geist bedroom are the most likely places. Did I make a break room yet? I did. So I want to go there eventually. But not yet. I think I got enough steps to pull this off. But a Geist bedroom or a boudoir will give me dice. 2 dice is all I need to guarantee the drawing of a trading post. Those are the 2 methods. Getting the dice is a guarantee, but it's a little harder to do. I have to make sure I get the room in here, and if I do it without using the banner of the king, I don't know, I have to like make purple rooms. But if I'm going to use the banner of the king, I might as well make the yellow rooms and just try for the trading post. Especially since if I fail, I can just do it again another day. I lose nothing by making it happen over the course of days. Oh, walk-in closet could, but it's not guaranteed. But I could get those from the walk-in closet. But I want the clock tower, because if I have to go through the house a lot, I'll want keys. So what's this one want? It wants the showroom. I don't have the showroom. I haven't made the showroom in a while. The thing I dislike about the showroom is that by the time that you can comfortably purchase things in there every single day, you're probably far enough into the game that you have methods of doing all that stuff without it. Do you know what I mean? There's the clock tower. That's all I need. So I have a tomorrow room here and there. There's 2 of them. 3 of them. So 3 keys. I'm going to continue for another tomorrow room because I might as well. Just seems like a thing I should do. Alright, stopwatch. Not really going to help. I'm stuck. So So just so you know, the still water and the pages thing is in reference to the very, very final puzzle of the game. Said puzzle is going to take a lot of steps, and I will probably not do it all in this video. I'll try to set up as much of it as possible so that we're ready to go when it comes time, but I probably won't get to that puzzle. I'm going to do a bunch of setup involving the still water. Sauna, there we go. That's a tomorrow room. And mail room. Cool. We got 5 tomorrow rooms. I don't need anything. Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think that is all we have at the tomorrow room. So 5 keys tomorrow is great. It lets me explore the house pretty thoroughly. I'm going to end in the break room because I do want to have my key card. I will eventually abandon the break room ending once this puzzle, the final puzzle of the game, is set up. I will abandon it for the simple reason that I will never go into the house again. So a little bit of a spoiler warning that I'm not going into the house again once I get to the final puzzle of the game. I'm just going to double check. Just got to do it. So the coat check has our good friend, the watering can. So we're ready for the still water. I have the clock tower, so I'm going to start tomorrow with keys. So I'll be able to go around. I'll only have the 2 gems to start. But that's fine. I think I'm good. I just make sure... Because if I'm not, I just have to do this whole setup all over again. Because to get the watering can... The tool shed's a great place for it, but another spot is green rooms. In particular, the spare green room is a place a watering can can appear. So having 2 of those is nice. Okay, let's continue. I want to finish the Stillwater puzzle while I'm in this video. I'd rather not leave it for another video. Alright, so what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to draft the trading post, I think. Do I want to get a coat check first? Yeah, let's get the coat check first. If I draft the trading post and then never get the coat check, I'll feel like an idiot. So what we'll do... Banner of the King, do I want... We'll try. We'll just make blue rooms common. We'll get the... Oh, we get it immediately. So now what I want is dice. Because otherwise I'm not going to get... the thing, right? So I do need dice. Conference room is good there. So that's what we're going to dig for now, is just for those. Is there any other way? Because yeah, if I go out into the outer room, what's going to happen now is I'm going to draw 3 blue rooms. So I do need to get dice. There we go. We have 2 dice. This is a guaranteed trading post, I believe. I hope it is. If not, I'll feel like a real idiot. But we'll just put the watering can back in coat check and we'll try again, and then I do a different strategy. But I wanted to go for the guaranteed strategy rather than the attempt. So... I think I can do... I don't think I have to empty the watering can first. I think I can just fill it up. Redraw. Redraw again. Trading post. Good. And we go in here. Ah, I can't fill it because I need to use it. So now I do need green rooms. That is going to be an issue. But I can get green rooms to happen. I believe in myself. The aquarium is a green room, so if I draw that, obviously, that will give me some stuff. But I will, if I ever see a green room appear, that's going to be what I draw. Sure. So now I need enough steps to get the green rooms I need. Study is good too. Let's get Den. I don't quite have enough gems to blow through rerolls right now. So, no to that. No to any of these. I hate all of this. Do I have a shovel on me? I don't think I... No, I don't have a shovel on me. Alright. That goes the wrong way. Drawing room is what this is going to be. Let's redraw that. Break room there is fine. This might not work out the way I intended. This is 25. Swapped is 52. Minus 2 is 50. Divided by 10 is 5. Let's see. 10 times 10 is 100. Minus 10 is 90. We swap it, we just get 9. Okay, so we start with double this at 20. We're going to subtract 16, which is going to make 4, and then we're going to square it to make 16. Okay. That's facing the wrong way. Let's go up. Get some extra redraws. Alright. Give me the ability to see a green room. They are not impossible to find, I know. There's a courtyard. Okay, we're going to use this. Yeah, it refills my watering can for me, which is so nice of them. I'll also want the library, because that is the room that I'm looking for. Study will go here. Because then I can redraw until I get a green room. It'll happen eventually, especially as I clear the draft pool of the blue rooms. I mean, there's so many blue rooms, there'll always be blue rooms I can draw. But, I need something that curves, please. Library. And that's the one I want, because we're going to use the still water. We can't use the regular water. It has to be water from the still, because it just has to be water from the still. Bookshop, no. Security goes here. Pool. It's going to cost a gem, but whatever. Let's see what I can get from here, because gems would be nice. I have plenty of keys. Okay, we got some gems there. We get one of our keys back. Alright. This would be where it'd be great to have a secret garden key. Maybe I get an item I want from here. Lucky Rabbit's Foot is fine. Don't really need it. At the very least, I can try refilling my watering can at the trading post, but I think you have to empty it. So I do want to get something there. It's a laboratory. It's connected to the foundation. Come on, green rooms. Or secret garden key. That'll force a green room. Let's do this. Running out of keys, even though I started with a bunch. There we go. Aquarium is a green room. That's going to do that. So I just need one more green room and it would empty it. Although I do hope I don't actually need to completely empty things. Don't want any of that. You know what? We'll take the attic. It's give me items. Potentially gems. 1, 2, 3. Broken levers, not helpful. 4, 5, 6, 7. Treasure map is not helpful because I don't have a shovel. It also is not giving me the items I need. Metal detector is good. 4 keys. It'll help me get those. Alright. Let's head the other way. Without the shovel, though, the kennel's power is completely useless. I would need to find a shovel. Boiler room. Just for the places we can go. Ooh, don't like any of this. Sure, sauna. Sometimes there's a gem in here. Sleeping mask isn't bad. One more green room. That's all I need to see. This is all dead-end land. I don't have enough for that. It's got to be this. Yeah. Last key. Let's get some of the steps back. Yeah, it's locked. Figured that would happen. So let's head back to the beginning of the mansion where things are less likely to be locked. No, this is the way. I can also head down the foundation, but let's go to the other rooms. I think I'm good even if I don't completely empty the watering can, but I'm not totally sure on that. So that is why I'm still looking. Let's try again. Green room, please. Trophy room is also fine because it will give me the... Oh, do I want the key more than I want the gems? I can find both rooms again, but I'm not going to need keys for a bit because I'm at the beginning of the mansion where the rooms are less likely to be locked. I have a boiler room? I think I do, yeah. So I get 30 steps. That's going to be great. Not worried about those anymore. All right. This is the way. Gonna get steps from the sleeping mask. Is there anything I can make that'll help me find rooms? Not really. Compass and battery pack is gonna help me find mechanical rooms, which are all blue. Yeah, there's still quite a bit of rooms I can make here. Do I have a lot of mechanical rooms or not? I've got the security and the laboratory and the boiler room and the pump room. Yeah, I have plenty of rooms. Let's hope that keys are behind this door. Silver key is fine. That's at least a key. That's a lever to that door. I think it's blocked off, though, so it doesn't matter. This is going to be the doorway to a trunk, which I can just blast open. Okay, coins is the least good thing I could see there. So let's see what I can make here. Hallway with a locked trunk. Sure, why not? Mostly looking for keys now. Let's try this again. Sure. Storeroom. Get those gems back. At least one key. One more green room, please. That's all I need to see. I can at least start tomorrow with a ton of keys. Let's try this again. I need to go left. Other way, please. Music room goes the right way, and I'll get a key. Secret garden key, baby! This will guarantee a green room. I do need this to go this way, though. And then I need a locked door. So if none of the doors are locked, I'll be in trouble, but... Straight shot, please. Thank you. More gems. I don't need the freaking key. Special key. Secret garden key. Use up the watering can. Alright, watering can is empty. Now I will refill it with the still water and then head back to the library. That's what we're doing here. Don't know what I would do with those keys, but there we go. Cool. There's going to be a couple things I do to finish this day, and then we should be very set up for the future. Not entirely, though, so I'll do a quick thing after this. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. No. Refill can? This is still water. So let's check out what those library pages have to say. Just a moment while I find the library again. It is to the right, I believe. I have to do a whole rigmarole to get there. Yeah. We're not super worried about that. We got the steps. And we will finally see what is in the library's blank books. Watering can. A hidden hue, from prism pristine, 3 paths convene, 3 lines of light, 3 shades foreseen, 3 colors to count, a sum of 18, but the one left hidden remains to be seen. All right then, so what's this mean? We see a map of 5 by 9, so this is kind of in reference to the house here. 3 lines of light, 3 shades foreseen. 3 paths convene, 3 colors to count, sum of 18. So the only thing we know about the colors is the color of the rooms. Sum of 18 with 3 things would be like 6 of each, but there's 1 left hidden, which remains to be seen. This is a hint for the upcoming puzzle. So we're just going to keep that stuff in mind. I threw out my notes from my first playthrough. I'm going to have to look this one up again because it is not memorizable. You cannot. It's way too much. Tended rose vine. So you may have seen this symbol, not just in the constellation we got recently. You may have seen this symbol in a few pages. One in the music room that says like, well, it's this plus the treble clef says denoted in verse. In the Her Ladyship's chamber, it says, does it never end? Tended rose vine. These are all anagrams of each other. What do they mean? Not much. My dearest darling son, I am quite impressed. I didn't expect you to make it this far. Yet if these words have reached your eyes, rest assured the end of the spiral is near. Stay vigilant and rose wary, for the thorns we discover are twice as sharp at the conclusion of each of our journeys. One final counsel I leave you. The waters of the west spring shall yet reveal more secrets than these mere passages. I had so many plans, but not enough dreams. Your mother, Oravai. Now, we have seen this name before in regards to the deed to the house. So this is sometimes called like the Oravai puzzle because it's all connected to this. The only thing this is telling us is that the West Spring is going to reveal more secrets. I'm not going to do that right now, though. What I'm going to do is make sure that this watering can is full again. I think I'm going to see if I can just fill it up, even though it's not completely empty. But if not, I still have one more thing of water left, so it's still fine. But there's something I need to do with this watering can that cannot ever be done on the same day as the day you fill it at the trading post. I won't show it in this video because once I do it, we're kind of 100% locked into doing the puzzle. So what I'm going to do is make sure if it's not full here, at least put it in the coat check, end the day, and set myself up tomorrow for the puzzle. So yeah, we refill the can, Perfect. We have still water in here. Full of still water. When it gets put into the coat check, it's going to remember that it has still water in it. We're going to use that in a very particular spot that cannot be done on the day you fill the thing in. So, which obviously means we're going to do it in the outer room. But we have to get a different outer room first. All right, let's check this item. Watering can. It's got still water in it. At least I hope the game remembers. Otherwise, this puzzle's impossible. Let's end in the break room. Yeah, just in case we don't get the coat check for a while and we need to go through some security doors. We're just going to end in the break room. And then I think that's all we need to do for today. And tomorrow we'll finish the setup of the puzzles, I think. Call it a day. All right, one more day. And this one can be really short. We don't actually have a lot to do. We just need to set ourselves up in a very particular way. All right. I need a particular outer room, but if I set myself up to make it easier to get, there's another room I will need that will be harder to get. So what I want to do is get myself some dice. So the coat check will, let's just get the coat check immediately and just leave it there. We don't need the watering can right now. Hallway is good for connections. So what I want is boudoir and or Geist bedroom. Boudoir is better because it's got connectivity out of it. And a gem. So it's 2 dice plus a gem, not a dead end. It's just a better room. So 2 dice is going to guarantee the room I want. And before I set the banner of the king, I'm going to get that room. Actually, I don't think I even want the coat check. Now I'm thinking about it, because I'm not going to use the watering can today. I need to set myself up to use it. Because the outer room out here I'm going to do is not the one I want. And we'll see in just a moment. So I'm going to do some math here. If we do 13 coins in the shrine, which should show up here with 2 of these. If I do 13 coins, that's going to give us the blessing of the monk. Now we added 32 to get to 45 coins. Can I add 32 again? No, it would be 77. So I add 16. 45 plus 16 is 61. So I'm going to put 61 coins in here, because I want this to last a while. And I don't need money today. I hope I did this right, otherwise I'm going to be feeling like a very stupid person. 61 coins should be exactly what I want. Blessing of the monk for 6 days. I want 6 days of this. I don't need 6 days, but I want 6 days of this. Cool, now we're set up. I need to then find the room that we're going to end the day in, and that will guarantee that room in the outer room, and that's where we need it. And I think I already tried making this room in the outer room to show you kind of an interesting puzzle. We're going to want this to happen. But I didn't talk about it too much, so when we see it again, it'll be a nice reminder. Let's see here. There it is. Secret passage. Do you remember, did we make this outdoors? Because there's 5 books in here, but when we made it outdoors, there was a 6th book. Instead of this book, there was a white book we couldn't do anything with. Well, Stillwater is going to be activated on blank pages, or blank whatever. Blank books is what we were told. I don't even remember the exact wording of it. I don't even care now. You can probably look it up, see what it is. I could look it up after this. But on that 6th book, if we pour still water on it, something's going to happen. So we have our watering can with still water. We need this, however, to be outside. So we have to end our day here. And then tomorrow, we can make the secret passage outdoors. and water the book, and we'll see something happen. Now, I want 6 days, sort of like to look into the future here. What we're going to do outside with the secret passage probably will take more than 1 day to fully realize. So the more days I have the secret passage outside, the better, because all I got to do is end my day in the secret passage, even if it's in the outer room, and it will continue to be in the outer room. So I want this to be every single day. I want to see this. That's that. I think that's all I got to do today. I don't care about ending in the break room. I'm basically never going in the house again, except to get the coat check. That is the only thing I'm going to do, because I need the watering can, and I only need it for 1 day. So we're pretty much done. We're heading into the final bit. I'm going to call it a day here, in the secret passage, with the blessing of the monk, and we're going to see some stuff happen. But we're not going to see it in this video. I'm going to save it for the next one, because it will take a while. It's just... this last puzzle of the game is absolutely humongous. Probably as far as like single puzzles of the game, the largest puzzle in the game. So that's where I'm going to leave you all. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. I don't know if it'll be a while. I tend to release, a few days after I record. I'm going to have to do some prep for this puzzle, so if it takes me longer than I expect, there's going to be a while before another Blueprints video comes out, because I want to make sure I do this one right. I don't want to have to like re-solve it in real time, because all my notes are gone. I need to redo the whole thing. So it'll take me a while to get it all set up. Hopefully not too much. But when I'm ready, I will be back, and we will do the final puzzle of the game. Thank you all so much for watching. I've been Key of W, you've been whoever you are, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.